unlike Bakura na two-way affair. This time you can't call it a two-way affair for now.
Okay.
Because Brian is sitting high. Adichum is also from Asante region and is carrying a message of Asante region, which is also making inroads for him. Fortunately for us, we are keeping our base. They are losing their base.
Yeah.
Because we have a message they don't. And eventually, if you post now, and that's what I say, Musa Dankwa, there be a post be a na can't be become. Or you post, because you say post, no, it's off target. People didn't understand. Some say it's scientific, but look, the BIA do not know what we knew about what was on the ground. Musa Dankwa hadn't gotten there. I don't know by November, no, not can 84 now, but we are what 12. So,
Senator, from Cra.
Oh, Cra, just say, from I feel here. From
return a crowd from presidential racing.
The Omokachi say, no crow, when he said, Bomian to me winning national election. And it's a part in the power there. The only way is to choose a compare. It's simple. And that is when the issue of discussing the issues why Baumia cannot win comes up. What do I say? And the no aproba ye bono ye ni atem ye mu obi hu fin ye kan say ye Baumia didn't call back no what didn't ba bion and it's for bitu.
Yes.
And in mum to ma Canada, Japan or RPC across all Muslim, Christians, traditionalists, break dancers, pastors, everywhere you go and you mention Canada, Japan, Kusi Pratt, Bessie, or Trotro. Ubika say, Ubika Satia, Canada, Japan is from. Then for can grand for musical. That's the extent of the love they have for Canada. And I said, we are part now of popular candidate. Near see Yirina, Timon Voyage, wow, never to me, shall say. Was me them in Pemipedium, Miko Tuamana Maya San rejected me. I hope that the delegates are rational now and they have learnt their lessons.
Yes.
Now you can't mind you see the first was not a fool, but the second one, and probably the third. They will not make the second mistake.
Okay.
And Uti or mere messages or dinner more say, or more me and Tio. Inform one in 20 years. Why would me say that? Because what is saying, Professor, won't to mimic didn't campaign in he. Chairman Sambos or court now, Parliament was open in our rules. Anything that is there and there, Yanto Abana, but there's no because of a gata rules. Yeah, flowers in Aka. And for that reason, they want new faces to lead Ashanti region. Yeah, but I'm going to discuss this. Gabi Asimoko parliamentarians are responding. Who are these parliamentarians? Are they not the same people following Baumia? I'm wearing Yedo. Omo Babidi so as parliamentarians. Monumental even on Dibra Ashanti region, probably the airport. And no crime say by their effort. Only the corporate airport near Diamond.
Yeah.
So, and the said going forward, you choose a new crop of leadership so that the region will see development. People who can speak boldly and fight to bring projects to Asante region. And then I say, Mumiyamha Ken and Co. Now through the inspiration of Ken, Meme Wukrumha and Sorewaka, any executive positions in the party. Nayan Tuma, parliamentarians, so with Makasa. The last election, what cost us so much was the monetization.
Yes.
So we MP now will sika. Na so to my delegates I to man ko MP. No akwata hono ada ni mumu. So unye mumu so as pe na rules. And until then we are introducing a system where Timamfo say the penny pe and sika betua.
Yes.
The pe Kennedy pe and sika betua. No. And it's a way to Fozzy. I feel there. We are likely to get over 60%. Yes.
I feel there, grounds here. But the intimidation near that side, and also no.
There's no intimidation. I perceived.
Okay.
What do I say? I psychology be and Crawford have not found themselves delivered from anything now. From now to December, we will let them know by our bold speeches. Said nobody can intimidate them. Now, what is happening is that there is a plan to steal, and no, and intel, now as a team, or see a city up near how they bet me check it.
Okay.
Because I call a miniature say, the test conform be kika album without recourse to the proper procedure, and you should alert the top so that they can inquire. These are some of the things you see. Who complaining?
Yes.
One of the avenue say more a simple person test conform be able more pass munyai near whom. Now, your monitor at the end of the day, no, they will not have the opportunity to steal. The two abandoned party, I can assure you, Canada Japan is winning.
I see. Canada Japan is winning. Lawyer, Osha Sani Wenina Canada Japan is winning. I don't know, dear, Abia Mohuno Stronko, part in the ultimate in the set of which we are winning to me. Why do you want to go and start from scratch? Abra already no more building you order that.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't scratch.
Say party no we compare Koswa say already money can coalition more present TB and more build the base in the order that I say push no here.
That philosophy is a flaw. And you know, foundation now you are ready to have built so foundation a bubu crash say sa yeah steady grounds no ye too fapim and this foundation asinke and the indicator is the election results and to be aka say the ability base it cannot be correct because base na ye building out of ignorance no ya fan see asinke our level near flat
I see.
And it is even dangerous to repeat what we did because okoya there na anye year now ba say mesako ebio. You see, Baumia's defeat is not like any other because no incumbent vice president, none the party never power, and it is a ultimate failure. Say and then the normal process of electing a candidate to work first one, not second one, or quite better nyebia, way different. Let's take Akufo-Addo for instance. In his first election, the results was overwhelming. He had 49% plus. That one you can call a foundation. And you know, you say likely. The second time, you call in the so the pink sheet issue. You call court judgment about any name was there. I don't know. It was stolen. And there was good reason to give Akufo-Addo another chance. Because you are talking about now we need through processes, legal processes. It means the people like him. But can you say the same about Umia? No. With his incumbency, with his advantage, he had 41 or 38%.
Yeah.
And even in the 38%, before we could say Jack no have a concede. Because he knew say reporter. It has a difference though. If you look at the Kufuor factor, Kufuor was contesting with a dictator who has ruled for several years. The process of the election wasn't as transparent as it was today. Kufuor said, "Choboy, I'll say win." He got a 39% plus. That results showed that the foundation has been built. And let's give him another chance. And power, like we believed, you didn't call any winning here. Because the dictator, Jerry Rawlings, was no more in the scene. So we won. You can't compare any of the two to Bawumia because Bawumia, look, the sensitive factor in Bawumia, the outcome was a bigotry. And he said, in the case of Bawumia, his advantages are said that they never change. There's a conflict in the north, Mampusi Kusi, which worked negatively, massively against Bawumia. Unfortunate as it is, Mr. Ahon said, "Year 2028, Kusi for better Mamma Brucia now. Sebaso Muntuma Omodia are dangerous.
Yes.
Because these people, their numbers are mopping up to about 1 million. It's 600 something, 800 something, it's about 1 million. And they are not only in the north, they are across all the settler communities. What does it? And 2028, we are delegate because it's sad and assistant. Since it's sad, yeah. Now see, quite the 1 million voter cheddar. Now you come to the Muslim community. In fact, in Ghana, since 92, for some strategy, NDC has succeeded in winning all Muslim votes. The Zongos.
Yes.
It has been a system, and in every country there are areas that people have the advantage. And people also have the advantage elsewhere. And in bringing a Muslim candidate and somebody from the north, one of the things that the party believed in is at least they will do well in the Zongos.
Yes.
When the results came, a discovery was made that the Zongos rather deteriorated.
After even presenting a Zongo Muslim candidate, vote to no sound
by almost half. And so this, for this reason, a interrogation, your discovery said the Muslims believe the Zongo is made up of predominantly Islamic community. They believe, say, Bawumia's conduct during his quest for presidency, HSA, only true Muslim. And you know,
so they did not see, say, or more money panel.
Exactly, or call shrine, or call Asorico communion, or solve a stage, so say, you know, break dancer. And yeah, to them, haram.
Okay.
And you know, we will not consider him as one of us. Nebisa said that was 2024. In 2028, young fan said, Ojai sorry the Amoko, Ojai community, Ojai Mashi Hoko, Yadi Ayiko Munoko Ojai Philadelphia ko. No, Yanni campaign come on. Would the Muslim community say that today he has now become a Muslim? I believe the answer is a big no. Once they have seen him do that, that perception is still there. And another strong issue, they will not vote for him again. How many votes will we have lost there? The possibly 2 million.
Okay.
Then you come to one issue which is not scientifically justifiable, but which I know because I'm a rational being. The Christian community. Our interrogation has revealed that most MPP people who did not vote, the 2 million votes now, but Omia's MPP for 2 million, it was mostly because of the religious factor.
Okay.
Oma part the buy we are your man from Kahu, and a religion so Kahu, and an idea up to 2 million. And also, the question that you ask, Oma part 9 from Crowd, Obit Mako, Aquatiche, but Oma religion to Oma, you know, religion is the opium of the people. Wisdom or logic does not change people's religious beliefs, and you cannot go and convince them to change their belief. Their belief is that because you are A and I'm B, I won't vote for you. That is also a factor.
Okay.
4 years by
maybe answer sign.
And you know, looking at this analysis, you know, it will be very difficult for MPP to present the same candidate and win the 2028. That is why we are saying that we may love Bawumia because he likes smiling, because you think he's a gentleman. If we saw the data, if we saw a digital man, ye come and make managing home for those reasons. But unfortunately for him, for the issues I've raised, come and join us and let's vote for a candidate who can bring power to MPP and to develop Ghana. And the person is Canada, Japan. For the million, we are not saying that Bawumia is not a leader. He may be, but he can't win an election. Let's bring somebody. I've said, say Nyame Boa, Nasa Canada, Japan, we Nyame Kwako Pacha Bawumia. Yenti Ministry of Digitization. You function in sir.
Lawyer.
Yes.
Former vice president now.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He's ready to serve.
Ministry.
Oh, service to the nation. He should be able to do it. What I say, the post as well. Cry, I special. I say she be a one or they Buama Ghana. I take it time because I take it as I. Any problem, we'll move on. Until he shouldn't worry about.
Nene are na umfa tumi ne man prekona ne o meye ne prek.
President do my Minister of Digitization. You see, one mistake that we do as a people is that a president should not necessarily be an economist.
Yes.
Because his duty as a president is not to manage the economy. He is to supervise and show leadership so that all the ministries will work in tandem and lead the country to development. How many presidents of the world have succeeded because they were economists? It's not correct. It's about leadership. That is why I'm saying that. But when we had the economy, they say you can't. You say you fraud because digitization because of the CD. And then we have to do it. Oh, that's it. And you know, the better minister man. Na wahwe so kama.
Okay.
No decide dey na boa a presidency.
Okay. Now, lawyer, delegates are muti one or pay or person mutia say the reason why are now more campaign champion is a MPP delegates and a candidate among the coin after election multi committees are hold more research. No, does it confirm say a leader now more than a coin and now more one party no more now?
A leader
now.
Okay. Party be a
okay.
A leader, and that is why some of the party people themselves did not vote for the leader we sent. For the ultimate, make sure the entire leader know. Party know a number of percentage that they get during elections. Then they set up a process to choose a leader. Out of the process, you saw that some left the party, some were disgruntled, some gave a showdown. And at the end of the day, we came back as a party to contest. You call about the area. You say I was a D in the area. A party, party na party na say party people there. They will vote for the party. A floating voters, and a very rejected party. But official results now, party for now 2 million. And the reason is that they didn't like the leader who was chosen. Simple. And it's not a party. No, the party had its own issues, but the defeat was as a result of the leader. And more so, let me add, if we have a leader, we had a leader who had an attraction beyond the party, and results and Timon floating voting would have voted for the candidate, not the party.
Okay.
Because we are comparing the strength, it goes beyond the party. Or no one can as a person who is as Adina last of me survey market means one be a Malamisa. Yes, who say Adina credit upon or so can correct. Near dinner, and yet they didn't say that because MPP or so Cassia. Mostly it was about the qualities of whom they were going to vote for. And the leadership is so crucial. We lost because of the candidate we chose.
Okay.
And we should not make a mistake in choosing the same candidate. A very disastrous am I. And the minimum said delegates, no, omunim, the air can you, no matter to abandon massively. Now to the national, regional offices.
Okay.
And constituency offices. Yes, 3 or more. As I'm making, me knew be at them.
Okay.
I am just reasoning with them. Sir, Jumadina day and this, you know. I was here who say, and your personality or personality court, and yeah, about how to win power for the party.
Yes.
And he said in the past, they might have supported the system. But in the present, we should all understand that the system support did not help us. Let us choose one who can win the power. Sister, wouldn't say, yeah, President Obedi Adeku Akufo-Addo. Yeah, we got critique problem, or no? There was a system candidate. But at those times, the delegates realized that the system's candidate was not going to help. Akufo-Addo was the popular candidate who had an appeal across. They chose him against the then Alan Cash, the flamboyant Alan Cash. What happened? Didn't we win power? We won 2 terms. And the same scenario has presented itself today. You're bold. Now you forget about what the system is saying. Even though there's no system now, there's a perceived system. Me draw delegates' attention to one other thing. The brain behind the candidature of Alhaji Bawumia, who is Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo, today is not supporting him. Your president Wechomuko Nanado Danko ono na kofo Bawumia ba he enemi ni okaze on support Bawumia
na the candidate no other identity we free nechi
because we say no nim say religion it was such an impact in our election. Number 2, or say he gave
what Nanado
yes. Number 2, he said that he gave Bawumia 60 years of exposure, and if he could not make it, it doesn't matter the number of years that is given to him, he can't make it.
Hey, you who make everyone say Nanado can make this. Or can take the decision or Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
It's an open secret.
So he say on support to him.
Now, do you know why Bawumia went about doing the thank you tour saying another the money lose here? Those days no aka. He didn't hide it too. And called some of me mobia or confiding me or friend no or call landing no or friend say massa for support to Ken. Nah, Bawumia the emfa. What does it? And if the man himself is not behind, he has realized that it was a mistake. Wow, for Chinikobo. Yeah, we support Nanya. You should also understand that you have made an effort to support Bawumia to come, but that's not a part in our autonomy. Let's look for somebody who can win power. I tell you, when we do, we'll win. We'll beat the NDC hands down. NDC by how many years? And pressure be any so. Second year, tell them when it starts, where Galamsey pressure the home so. But when they start implementing projects, the system will mess up. Then we can then talk about economy. But for now, we are not talking about the economy. We are talking about the party how to choose a good leader. Meaning, let's assume 31st December without Manu. Sumina so near say Bawumia winning to call rounds up. And you know Coca. Say economy na dey can folk chase a bit chase you know. What does it? Because you left us an economy which is problematic, and now they have succeeded in bringing the dollar down to 14 or so whatever. Unless it goes beyond 70, you can't talk. But Canada Japan can talk. Because he wasn't in charge of the economy, he contributed little to that disaster of a city. What does it? And they see a choose leader, early leader. No, it's me a campaign there, but we had to choose an early growth in the campaign. This was trained. I'm an NDC Mercia. But for Ken, he can campaign because he cannot be associated with the city, the downfall of the city, and then the hardship in the economy. He would rule the Asian model, which led China to where it is. That's what Kennedy is saying. Also, we introduced the Asian model.
Okay.
Now, Otimi, it's like 30 years ago, China was like Ghana. And the Asian model, we are setting up a committee to put up a opportunity to communication team. What the Asian model means. Near Ghana, it is possible to implement it and change this economy forever. That is what Kennedy stands for. He stands for industrialization. Or say he will bring tourism. He will make sure that agriculture has its role. The whole of the north. He will target he will use the land for agriculture. Decentralization of the various ministries. Of maybe our resources or the departments na ministry na besiwo. We are appointed Nipanoma Treho, no to my Juma effectively. This is a quantum change of our way of governance. And this man has ideas. He's not just talking. He's not just saying that I'll give you leadership. I have plans which will lead the country to where we are going. Please, we beg you delegates, vote for Honorable Kennedy Japan, the man who has been ordained, who says supernaturally, all the prophecies are directed at him.
Yes.
Heavenly selection. And what heaven is telling us that Wamaye to me, Senipa. But on all the opinion, we have the right to choose the wrong person, and if we choose, we will suffer. But if you choose the right person, we will enjoy. That is a simple message that God is telling MVP delegates. Choose the one I have chosen, have gotten my prophets to speak to you about. Choose him, and it will be easy. If you don't want it and you want to choose your own leader, go and choose your soul, and he will come and deal with you.
Okay.
As simple as that.
Okay. Osha MPP amanyuku no emu a said nipa anko toba ni bebre no complain say party na akra ba didija ne sa ne ma no e course wo mu nti party mananka sakra ese ngo mu toba no manko to, let alone floating voters. Now me so no bo na ma won fill forms bi a and the delegates go to identify party ma e betu aka say no so ye means ba ko a mo pese mo ye say the be ya enne delegates enya asabofo nkokase wo madi party eche ma nya hwe na emu no party ba a also beto abama honorable can also be enjoy, also be benefit as Ghanaian.
Pa no kre woman. We are trying to collect data and information about Omoye party former. Na like Kennedy Japan said, MPP for so Ghana for.
Yeah.
It is to suggest say woman MPP ni appointment with a party. He doesn't understand that theory. Because some Ghana for. And you know, say the obre odie say mo boa no ba power na so benya tumi na obe make sure say obi a oboa e bia ade bia ya about Ghana ya fact say obi benefit bia no through the information we have we will make sure that those people benefited. That is why we are calling upon the delegates, come out openly and campaign for Honorable Kennedy Japan. Don't fear.
Which intimidation in any manner.
Intimidation, Ben. Open the mouth of your idea now. Maintain intimidation.
Omo person omo say oya de abronya kan yi ene de chairman to me video ya see ya to nsa de afro omo na say ya report omo de ama committees omo hwe eno nti se me so me delegate na e bia ma me suru say abato de etimi to ha etimi to antimi so
na sabe obi de say abronya and if say twaye ekoye
ne say ho
the video e bia de normal officer normal human being behavior don't put you up. I mean, we should be able to discern. What did I say? I didn't know my what you untini who's a quaway, Sebi, Unam Krumnas Obi, I have rather than 20 your friends.
Oh, somebody need him.
Exactly. I know, or normal.
Or that's I can't text me.
Or normal. And you also be for microphone or TTM, yet I normal. I cannot be normal. You tell the empty, Miss Remo. Yeah, you think I say yes, I go for here come because you see, say, but that for before you cry and fire who need it. And chasing.
Yes.
What does it? And to yeah, come but they are not in their normal senses in what they are doing. Someone like a man to me. If we have to talk about that man, what does I say? I would have thought that at his age and experience and the position he had, no, and he will choose something different from what he's doing. But he believes that that is the way to go. Shame and sabotage. Look at such people.
Just as a party, more cost word, Jinaya, no, cancer, no, it will let you lose so many votes from the north. The partner cancer. This is a perceived thing. Oman they push it. The best MPP are cancer. You go to national executive officers. They are cancer. And they are cancer. We only happen to have a stronghold in a century. NDC voter percentage no mnya. And Dominion voter same voter same. I mean, how can we be making such childish arguments? The best MPP are cancer. An advantage NDC has taken. Okay, say Baumia vice president. So omu yusu yeah
because of president I bet damp na be the campaign one will be a yeah politics are party we am second office yusu no you am the second most powerful office in the party see yusu there kind of logic, no? Say, if this were a company, I'm a second position in the company, so I'm going to use you. We do so compare first position in FM. What be that? Baumia, Abrabo, and they said in Abrabo, Temor Bank of Ghana, I had the grow. And how can you tell me that Baumia has been used because he will not be elected as a leader of the party? Then, out of that, they chose Baumia. Yeah, can say Baumia go to Baumia. A Jusu Baumia, the young reporter. One reporter, as well as the Wanyano, Ubafia, only with the Sana and some American, it was a mistake. If Baumia joined the queue and eventually come to the top, I'm sure the 2 million people who did not vote for him will go and vote for him. But I said, oh, jump put queue in there. A big creative problem, and that is what created the problem at that time. And yes, Romo, and now I can say, yeah, Canada, Japan is from the central region. And in Ghana, we have over 70%. I might not be accurate, but me 70%. I can't say ma. A different from Asante Sem.
Yes.
And please let us stop that propaganda. Say I can't say. NDC has never used a Northerner as a leader.
Yeah.
I can't say. NDC, what is NDC use Northerner? Not even as a running mate. And so about here to not Nespan at one at tomorrow. Let's hear to and then not Nespan tomorrow. Have they ever used a Muslim as their leader? Have they ever used a Muslim as their running mate? Muslim communities. I don't know really. And this are chairman Bonsu philosophy Ogosian. These people are not deep. They only had the opportunity to lead. That's all. And please let us concentrate on choosing a leader for the party and stop that kind of propaganda. We have given Baumia the opportunity. We all saw the performance. When you can't say, and yet change now, ever candidate on your can lose. I don't think that is wise to do. And the end, we are focused. We believe that Kennedy never to have any power. I'm MPP.
Mess I also say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ni team no course ya ni ntema NPP elusu poto no ne ideas ne niema ahodo no mudi honorable Kennedy no hu niema fofra de ba unrepeated that same mistakes Emma party ni nsa ho kwakire ni biem.
Yo, let me be frank with you in this issue. So say Canada Japan urban or masse quantum cron. Jamaica what you say? Say be ya to Abama no. No 12 and no regional executives, after the national executive, after the constituency. So the party structure is still there. What is going to provide is the leadership. And if I can answer this question from the point of view of how I've seen Canada Japan and how he does his things. And I believe only to him, you know, he's a party person.
Okay.
He says he's a grassroots person. And he believes in the party. Okay, Kennedy Kennedy came out openly. You have seen those videos. Say presidents on for party ba. Kennedy ba no baby say open say, Mr. President, can this be true? What? Mekai? What? Say me for party ba. And it tells you that Kennedy Japan's political understanding of politics is that when he wins power, he will make sure the party people are fed. Now, see what I say, some of your mama appointments for woman. He's rewarding those who worked hard for him to come to power. Some of them don't have certificates, yet they had appointment. And from all this, I can tell you confidently that we will not repeat those mistakes. Yeah, they to me, a few people, greedy people, and let me repeat, greedy people. Who thought that Omkwani did Oba Asante Regional, the regional executive was torn into pieces.
Yes.
And they were of no effect because of greed. I'm not sure under the leadership of Japan that will happen. And at the right time, we'll talk about regional leadership. why we should change the status quo and look for a new face, somebody who carries weight, a prominent person to lead Asante region. Edu Ebekamba for now, it's all about Kennedy Japan, the man of the moment.
Okay. So far, more call. Honorable Shasi na probably Ogusua visited constituencies, constituency by constituency. Kakra. Odu eni di echire bia okwa e wa inferior and CTN e wa delegates na ebodge no so no emom nya saa hotoso ne arehemu ni se ampa base ni wo ho se na ye to aba ne na honorable bedi nkunim.
In fact, when you look at the sincerity in their face, I can tell you confidently, 2023 Medinachi, and to me how the people reacted. Fear delegate factor no ho. But this time the sincerity. Somebody who was with Bonia Okoye and confide in you, this time Yeniati. Yankuri Yanimun Kosuro. They will make sure say we have done the right thing. Omuntu intimidate here. All these comments, put them together, and I can assure you, this time around, there is genuineness in the euphoria, and I'm sure that they mean business and they'll vote. Look, I can give you an example of a constituency in Asante region. I won't mention names. The constituency executives came in their numbers, and they were added them. They had agreed. Omajiatu say but the assurance we can give is that if we want to openly come out now, even problems. And then the follow up, the constituency people comes to tell us, this is a big example to tell you that it will surprise them when the results come, because the constituency executives are even working for us underground, and the victory is assured.
Okay. Mate enchebe mibia homa no so ntum na afre for some for adwenkyeremra na mihia me lawyer William Kusi mebo no tofa na yentim enwie enkomo a ye di ni wa ha no also ubetumi afre de wadwenkyere aba beboa dwumedi ni 0594020395 0594020395 numbers na ne ye gina so na ye de edin komo no eni me ba sisi ya na afi ma activity lines na amount se de be ya onsu betumi afredo adwenkyere de aba 0594020395 ya hye nso se Royal City Academy a school ba ko a what's happening? Royal City Academy a school ba ko a ne ubia ednani kire ho na otumi akọ penimdie openimdie papa de amaoba eno ane Royal City Academy, crèche, junior high level, senior high level, say general as business, home economics, ningina a Royal City Academy, and I no pay pachodu any ebechere na aboa etumi apefa pem papa de amaoba watch ro wasi one pass ya a Royal City Academy for any chire ho na ya no mo na anope obano on sanso ensini dadamu ebim school fees no board da form ye wa chefo a umunim de awanimu ye papa nti obi enu a wakọ Royal City Academy se makọtro nzore na mampaase da bi obi o de ne ba akọ obi adinkunim Royal City Academy o machi kwan e wokuma se de Chamso Plaza Junction wa na obi hu Royal City Academy ka national so sa no pay ya no okọ admission gusu a ekoso over fresh school pending for 0241667657 0241667657 na on Royal City Academy pending for Eddie and Komo member sisi anafi mababi bie mahoma na to member yes so few seconds member sisi
Onimunyam for Kennedy or here at Japan. I a friend a compress and Munyam. Whenever by the Humobro, Hima, Abadae, and then Yima, and
all right. Bibia added an aquam, maybe Mahomana to Missisiana, and pay yet to me, adding Como Elha 0594020395. Now, Yentimi ending Como first one. I know you know. So, good morning. Good morning. Yes, go go as me.
Now, and you want to say, who let it buy? Now, for total, Unum, and for my Nadia, and say, to be a second so far. One that didn't come to Sheba, Mapatra, Nagana, Portaba, Robby, Manaso. Now, therefore, I had to say, in some more Moticala, much earlier, I saw more money now. That's a fire margin, I say, about your 2 billion, as you are about me. I know my what did I move to it? I know I can't ask them. The platform, we need to win our son. Some of them can say, can it be a home? You have to be a man, you have a man. And not so much so can we say, how you say, can it be a let's go with you. But you have a temper for more money now. Apparently, there's the other person will be at the Kennedy. On the bar, or didn't come to the bar, not part of the Joya Koro. Now,
good morning. About your
friend in an area, make a free quick.
I meet you.
The lawyers now, next time you now, yeah, or make you in North or not. Any empty block, because you didn't more to you now. You're funny more. We are going about to power, dear Mayan. Yes, you're on a book and maybe a Debbie Amicase, 31st January, the Betua Banaman, by the Vice President you did. Not what you want me, Papa. For making me have one or Casa, a Bembe the chief, Shabby, or no Casa, a Bembe the chief. More for year 2024. Mistake now, presidential vice candidate via Wakasa, this is Baltimore, FFH, damages, and I say, FFH, a catcher.
You might tell me that. Good morning.
Good morning. What to say? The Congress and the Catholic Child, no more about now, it's your managing director, Kumasi Market Chairman, and the Safaya. Open your cut here, I'm Sunday, and the CTV Bible saying, ah, Yanka say, Papa, like it on me, Eka say, the Twitter for 8 years. Now, Mamma says, Uncle for no one to a Piano. In the first place, you know, that I like about me, the Twitter for no witness, you know, almost that part, you know, 18 for the attempt. A football ban on their mom in the first place. On 2 months, in that about the condemn, say, Bobby, I come a man short than a body wound, so the first one about my life about me. Not that I like about me, so if you ever started to get to the day, who could try to come on, one can take it right decision. No, we know Pia, or the big party anymore, ever go over party. So I like about me, the point decision on things and go for 10 years, we'll do a serious station. And my body is ever hydrating.
Good morning. My infamous one. Good morning.
Hello.
Nyame adom na so e.
That problem so therefore more.
That problem with you.
That problem I'm sure me that one and effort. And on a worry to public minister budget. I'm sure me lawyer, I'm sure about that me every day. On a book in Japan for now map one am na comport no. This yes I because they are growing and what that. No percent for no to if you do. But on comport no Ghana for no one before Brennan was the yes you will become track saying. And no we use Dr. Bermia by the weekend. Because never be Kaya. Ghana for no digital so the trouble TMPP. Look of an every I had the go, baby I had go. Because always your number could on which and also 2 years mano.
Mensumeda say baby Enfa next one. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. What was it?
Martin Gani.
ma ti ya je do mi ara ma me mo ba so na me chia nyamfo Kennedy akompre ko Japan the next president na me chia yura lo yakwa na bo wate di so MP na me chia na poko adima do mi abra awon dia na mo de information center one great media center ano prewe ni me ba ye bia tun se ku a chefem kwa ubuta na poko adima be kan chiro awon si ya me ba ne kan se ye se uni ye papa we si Ali Mahama former vice president go for penso ye papa ipa ya o ye ni vice president semna obi ya o ye se obeli didi akọ ayedi ade fa ga ti president ati so mo ko le primary o nya be 146 sebio anko ya man no nya kwa sua ne ho ade kakra bi papa ika se obetena ti no ahye ne busua ne ne ma na party ne so no support party na hwe tie kama papa ni ye se de o se o ye ma pressure ni akọ papa fa no ko ye o ti ate respect when you tell to funny mu die mekuta ne mu nyamu see e bi ne ye sen ke papa ma mu do obeye no wa ye e dan se president do be ko bia no chebi o do na no ko na be de chile ko sie o mu di die ni nyasa na kwa ko jini di ama ye we chire
okay
se papa doctor ma mu do bia o papa campaign message be di pa na o be sa je gugura o di ama ye ne die ye me kana mi die nya ne se me delegate ni ye bi na de me ka che mi nyanum delegate for me so mo so aso ate sebi o enye de me ka che nkeke de mo de for ne kan ye ko nya che yo do me mo me de ye ka se we wo ko sai no kan na obi ko mpa mple mi ni mple nsa no enye ni no eno me sebi identa wo mo ko mo nya rani me tara de no mo de president o mo fanto mo ti baba ba me na wa te kan ni mi ye
me da say ebebre good morning hello Pacho odi ni sen
me di kwanta o ma te
pa mi ti o
ozi yeda lawyer ate akata pa wa ma yenya enidafo o ma yenya enidafo o ma ente ko mu di honorable campaign anim no yeda o ma ti ni edumadin a o bo ma yen ye mu a ye wo pom no so ye eduma ye so ye kata ye be kan wo TikTok so eni ablo ye mo ye so ye ni wo mo de face so etire ho pa ye easy we tire nkunimje no ayaba ma na o yeda ye na o bosi yeda ye na
okay
yeda ye na wona bo ye na so man gidi ye popa ye se yakopon fa wona bo mla no meji o my Ghana e my ye na de galante fo ye o my ne kwa ya na so me ure ti me ho me fo me ure ti me ho me ho ti se o my ya ye ti pa ye tani fo na de da e tani fo na de da o e ma o my ni say e ti ye nya obi an ni e ti so na bo ama bosi ye ni da che
mate
you when you say delegate who na yen kamo me papa ne mo na bo kan de Japan no meji o man ni my
me da say family ni twa to ba ku ni na afa ka di twa to ne yanko good morning hello Bashodi
hey oja bo ka tikeni
Foxy ni
mani Foxy me chia o den
obana ni
ene yura no ya Kusi wedi en kokora fo yin ni obana futusini
okay yanko
you can say me check you for you na ba tram be ku say mpenya ye woman ya Ghana ye woman ya to bi so me Ghana man me bi Ghana ko ya so no ya to mana ya ewura akompre ko Canada Japan
okay
because ko she niema ko so basa ni niema ye hiama mpanini a kan kure Canada Japan ma wa ko dura what also bua me you sam na bunu ana me what obana your photographer kese ya graduation sa hodo amakuko kwa tie college we school graduate sa hodo ya besie kwa me na no me baba to ka jamse ya you work in the Japan me work in USC me your students are hodo anu am ko ye work in the Japan ni nyuma anu am ko ye djuma no manya ska no am dia best school atama me baba ko ka kire me no Canada Japan yini ni pa wa ya no kwafo a obetimi aboa Ghana ya waka se na meya koko bua to bi ba se koko bua ya wata na me Canada Japan na ka se koko bua me de ba mu se ya ya bra Canada Japan ya no kwafo to be di no kura no ni o ti bi de Canada Japan ba dia papa we be man panini na se enkampo a kami nye man panini bi ani bi mu wiase ha ani Ghana ha bi mu
Mate obana ye vadi kato
Kennedy Japan FPP mo fa ne mra yi Ghana bo ancho me ready dia de tumi ne be mamu na mo fa Kennedy Japan de bank ma dia
Mate yo last one here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho udi baby akase free.
I'm a friend of home because it's also called my can be a friend of America. Last night, I said, I'm a fantastic. I'm pick up a beauty and me, family, if I send you, head out of cancer. You about me, I'm low. And come over the boom, or move about the boom. Make sure we are for one Canadian. The Canadian bar. You home the toy pie, home the toy can say. I say, not to be
Medas.
I'm also. Not me say, I'm a thing they told you would be commercial. They are men, our number. Mr. Wadama, you know, serious from the show. Why?
You, Matia, dear, point now, or back. Why?
The part of my
Medas. Okay, Yemfa NCA. Yentimi and for free be my friend for Maka Mugina so no fan chain a brain idea my brain crack or cancel if the Orica and answer the old capital now is sorry.
With tear for us, phone so I think that Omelia Juni, for tree, no, so let's try.
Yes.
Of course, no vernacular.
If here's what I was saying,
no vernacular, them bunch. Yeah, by baby, you say a country, a boobe school.
Yes.
Near the Fianians and Tinipa, near leader second in Japan, and yeah, I brought 5 near the boomer many. And the American say, the tough and bonnet say, can the Japan, the bit in the power, Abraham PP. Can the Japan and the any papa or what him? Can the Japan and or what a jar?
Okay.
Obediga and him say a jar. No, the Ako, Boshe, Assassin, Seremo, Montoman.
Okay.
Near wishing Mark is well.
Yes.
And he stay in Asante region. Baby, Yaminton Supermuslinia Juma.
Okay.
Never resource permanent.
All right. Yamisha so Dr. Emmanuel Amanko has a mention on Famano. Amankes with you. Amankes
also on frame.
Okay, Doctor. Wasumwa.
There are better things we can do together on frame.
Doctor Wasumwa. Doctor say Zongo for Ebisa, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, so improve the Zongo community baby you belong to. Until that, there's no way on better there. So to meet baby or wapa and never more matter the amount.
The Zongo community going baby.
See, Doc was watch your life and talent. All right, and now we are fair. And I said, Mammy Hedini, on also say, Menchia, doctor, lawyer, and farmer, okay, Mammy Hedini, Yena, Mango, Nana, Fofro, Edi, okay, Nana Pukuajimai, okay, Nano Pukuajimai, on also saying, can't
and I was there until come and took Cabra. I mean, the Ocombra.
Yes.
And Sunny, 3 months.
Yes. Mate. Te lawyer William Kusi ana anopei yene na din komono. Brepe we be san so ehye bi asadi ko mamfa birthday si ntwam